Well, good morning, Facebook friends. I know a lot of you know me as a speaker, and some of you know me as an attorney, and some of you know me as a leadership coach. Today, I have the opportunity to use my skill in learning and education as an attorney. And so I've taken that opportunity to drive almost 80 miles to Bowling Green, Missouri, in order to meet with a man who has asked me to represent him. Now, you might ask, why would I drive to Bowling Green rather than have him come see me? And the reason he can't come see me is because he's in jail. Now, why is he in jail? He's in jail because he's addicted to drugs. This is a guy who is in his 40s, who's a businessman, has his own business, and is reasonably successful by all objective standards. But somewhere along the line, somewhere in his life, I don't know how, and I don't know why, and I don't know when, somebody offered him an illegal drug. And in this case, it was methamphetamine. Now, he's on probation, not for possessing methamphetamine, but for possessing paraphernalia. This is kind of the lowest rung of the drug ladder, paraphernalia. He got stopped on a traffic stop. The police pulled him over. They searched his car. He wasn't intoxicated, but they did find what's called a meth pipe. It's just a small little pipe that people smoke meth with. So they charged him with a Class E felony. They put him on probation. And then after he was on probation for a little while, he got a dirty urine. Okay, so what happens in our system is we take these people who are addicted to drugs and we put them on probation, and then we say, you can continue to be on probation so long as you don't use any more drugs. Well, I mean, that's a nice concept, but that's kind of like taking a lawyer and saying, look, you can continue to be on probation so long as you don't express an opinion on something. I mean, he's well-intended. He doesn't want to express an opinion on something, but chances are he's going to do that. So what we have is people that are addicted to drugs. Look, I don't know anybody who is an addict who wants to be an addict. People that are addicts are living a miserable life. For instance, when you see somebody who's lost their teeth and whose skin is pockmarked and they're just drawn and nasty looking, they're a drug addict. They don't want to be that way. They were somebody else at one point in their life, but they got addicted to drugs. Now, what we seem to do in our society, what we seem to want to do in our civilization is to punish those people. We make laws and we say, hey, you can't possess methamphetamine, you can't possess cocaine, you can't possess marijuana, and if you do, we're going to send you to jail. Now, I don't know. The war on drugs has been going on since 1974. The best thing that happened to my law practice was the day that I got, not the day, but the very year that I got out of law school and started practicing law, our country declared a war on drugs. I've made millions of dollars in being in this war on drugs. But let me ask you, what kind of progress have we made? When I first started practicing law, marijuana was the big horrible thing that you'd go to jail for. I mean, I can remember people going in the penitentiary for possessing an ounce of marijuana. Absolutely ridiculous. So what do we do? And I don't have a real answer to the question, but look, we're putting people in jail because of their addict status. I mean, here's a guy who could, as I say, he's got a business, he's doing okay. And we want to send him now, or I don't want to, but the state wants to send him to the penitentiary because he has been unable to stay off of drugs. We spend millions, probably billions of dollars a year putting people in jail and incarcerating people who have drug problems rather than getting them treatment. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I don't know what's going to come of it. I mean, in our particular case, I'm going to try and get this guy into treatment. I'm going to try and get this judge. See, and here's part of the problem. This is in rural Missouri. And in rural Missouri, judges run for election. And of course, they have to be law and order, even though they're not supposed to be law and order. They're supposed to be fair, honest, and consistent, but they run on law and order. Some judges, and I'm not criticizing any particular judge, so the Bar Association doesn't get mad at me, but some judges kind of think they're part of the prosecution team. It's their job to help really punish people. So, listen, just take this for what it's worth. I certainly hope that you give some thought to this. If you have some idea of how to help solve the problem, then, hello, Kayla. I know a number of you have come on here, and I just haven't noticed it pop up on here. Listen, we need to quit punishing people because of their status. If they're addicted to drugs, let's get them treatment. It's going to be less expensive. I mean, we put this label on them then of being a felon, and that affects their entire future, and it costs us in the long run, and we just don't really give it enough thought. So that's my rant and rave for today. I'm off to the jail so that I can meet with this gentleman. First, I'm going to meet with his fiance and his mother, talk about his history and his background, and see what we can do for them. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. God bless.